Over 2 million Africans live in the United Kingdom, but they only account for 1.6% of memberships in UK orchestras. However, one group composed of Nigerian immigrants is trying to change the picture of classical music in the UK, as Lape Olarinoye reports from London.
Not the typical setting you'd find an orchestra in the UK, but here on the streets of London is where Dulcis Ensemble have been sharing their music with the world.
We try to push the African music through the classical instruments, the Western instruments, so that is what we've been doing so far. Playing it in Nigeria is fun. I mean, people will enjoy it and they will always do it, but we, just like I said, we can't just play to ourselves in Nigeria.
In the last 600 years of British classical music, there have only been 22 classical musicians from African descent, and their prominence has dwindled even more in modern history. This orchestra was formed in 2018 with the dual purpose of broadening the performance visibility of African classical musicians who are underrepresented in top-tier orchestras, and to also perform the work of African composers past and present whose work is also overlooked. The group migrated to London with the help of their church, the Mountain of Fire Miracles, to penetrate a musical genre where not many people look like them.
Classical music, for me, I see it as a universal language. You can go all around the world. You meet different people speaking different languages. Some people don't speak your language, but with music, you find yourself speaking the same language. Even when they bring out their music, when you have it, everyone comes together and you're speaking with one voice.
This all-Nigerian classical orchestra is now embarking on tours across the world. And along with musical theatres, they also play in public spaces like train stations, outdoor parks and shopping malls in the UK.
In this environment, we have a lot of classical music. And sometimes when you move around, or when I move around the streets, or maybe it's on the train, on the tube, some people look at you like, the instrument you're going with, can you play it? And sometimes, so one day we stopped by, just on the road, like, okay, let's try this.
Their mission is to rediscover and highlight the long history of contributions that people of African descent have made to classical music performance and study in Britain, whilst changing the face of the genre in the UK. Lape Olarinoye, Africa Matters, London.
A beautiful tune.